so dangerous, it's so dangerous. YPG is dangerous, so dangerous, it's so.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Premier Boy Podcast. It's your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman.
Whoa, it's Aaron Sands.
Yo, it's Roddy. What's up?
Yeah, hope everybody had a good day. You know, we back with episode 2.
Yeah.
You already know, this episode 2, we're going to talk about, you guessed it, thot tales.
Hey, oh yeah, and that stupid intro that we gotta have to add a little nostalgic. DuckTales.
Ain't DuckTales, it's thot tales. We get into our best thot stories. We're going to talk about thot relationships.
And a lot of other topics as
we progress.
But yo, Aaron Sands, let's start with the question today. You start it up.
All right, so check this out, right? As you already know, if you haven't been living under a rock for the past week or 3, you already know about the Amber Gaia case. So basically, she goes into Botham Jean's house, shoots him while he's chilling in the house, eating ice cream, watching TV. They have the whole trial. Come to find out, they found her guilty, which is a shock because they usually don't.
Yeah, it's shocking.
And then as of yesterday, got sentenced to 10 years, which was not shocking. However, what the semi-shocking part to me is the level of forgiveness that was involved in that. Rather it be between the brother forgiving her, the father wanting to be friends with her, and the judge hugging her and everything of that sort. So even it came down to the police officer, you know, fixing her hair, making sure everything is on the up and up. And it kind of messed with me a little bit because it like you never see that happen with other people. But it also raised another question, which brings us to our question of the day, which is how much forgiving is too much forgiving? So I'm gonna let you guys start off with that. Like how much is too much?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. He did a good thing to forgive her, but at the same time, though, you know, your brother got killed. That is kind of crazy. I mean, for me, that's kind of hard to question. That's kind of hard. I mean,
Roddy, what
too
you
much
think,
forgiving? I don't know, because with something going down like that, the first reaction would be to be vengeful, no matter what. So there's a lot of forgiving if you said that all these people forgive her after the fact. You know?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I do respect him for it though, because you know, in the Christian way, that's you want to forgive, no matter what.
That's true though.
But for me, it's those things that happen to me that I still haven't forgiven a person for. We ain't gonna talk about that because you sure know. I ain't gonna talk about that, but
I mean, I get where you guys coming from. Where it be like the Christian way of people forgiving people, you know, after a certain act. I mean, there's levels to that,
exactly,
you know.
Exactly, yeah.
Like I forgive you for stepping on my shoes, or even a worse situation.
Right.
You know, you trying to like get with my girl. You know, that might be a little less forgiving, but you know, that's, you know. But for killing my brother, that's like killing you. Okay, like somebody killed you, and I can't forgive that.
Can't forgive that.
I can't forgive that either.
And the thing, even more noteworthy than that, you know,
always be in your head, boy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they never go away. Yeah.
But the thing that drove me crazy was the judge, and the police officer being so forgiving and everything. I mean, I always feel like this with judges and like all court situations should be impartial. Now, living where we live and the times being the times, we all know that's not true.
Yeah.
But the fact is, you know, that's what it, you know, should be. You feel me? So between that kind of rubbed me the wrong way a lot. Like I felt like even though it looked like they had their best interests in heart for the family, I really feel like they didn't, because that's a lot, you know. And I feel like if Botham Jean shot her, he wouldn't even got an ounce of that.
Exactly. You already know. They would have done a lot worse to him.
Exactly.
They would have done dirty, yo.
Yeah. You know, and being the fact that they only gave him 10 years, chances are she's probably gonna get out in 5. Yeah. And probably won't even do that much, you know. So it really sucks. But at the end of the day, it shows us where we are in these times. So in terms of forgiving, I felt like it was a little too much. But I feel like, you know, there's certain levels, there's certain lines you can't cross and you can't come back from.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. I ain't gonna lie, man. I wasn't following the whole thing, but I would listen today on the Breakfast Club, and they were talking about it, and yeah, it was crazy. And yeah, it's hard.
It is, you know. But prayers go out to the family. You know, hopefully, you know, you'll be able to work. It seems like they're working past that. You know, hopefully they get to continue.
Things,
you know,
things looking up. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah. So that's the question of the day.
Yeah.
If you got any responses to that question, you could comment in the box, comment below on our post for this episode on Instagram and on Facebook.
Yeah. All right, so y'all, so now we're about to go to the main event topics. It's more than one topic. So
yes.
Okay, let's get it.
So we're gonna start off with how much has dating in this generation changed compared from back in the day?
Well, all right. When you say back in the day, how far back you talking?
But then again, we all young.
Yeah,
we all young.
I'm saying, like, how far back you talking? Because I mean, I even though like we're young, like for me, I get experience from like other older, role models, and they talk about dating themselves and how things used to be in comparison to how it is now.
Yeah.
But as you know, there's different times between when we were younger and to where we are right now.
Yeah.
So when you say back in the day, how far are we talking? You know?
Well, you pretty much said it right, but with our parents did, and you know, our parents' age and stuff.
Mm-hmm. All right. If we're talking about that, then yeah, it changed drastically. You know what I'm saying? Like the game is like really unfamiliar. You know?
Yeah.
Luckily for me, I'm in a healthy, committed relationship. Babe, I love you, Ray. No, I know what it is when I get home. You know, but
As soon as I get home,
ready. You feel me? You ain't know. But nah, it is really different because you get to, if you're single in this time, I feel like the rate of relationships, like the way you're trying to pursue it, is a way different situation.
It's entirely true.
Yeah.
You know? And a lot of that you got to thank social media for as well.
I was just going to say that,
I
though.
will get to that, too. Yeah, I will get to that, too.
I was just going to say that, though.
Like, because you got to think about it. You talking about the Parents' Day, right?
Yeah.
Back in the day, they didn't have cell phones.
That's true. They didn't have cell phones.
All right,
they had to go through the home phone call.
And then you had to say meet up somewhere.
They write
literally just meet up there.
Instead of texting, they write letters.
Or if your parents had bread, then you had to beep her real quick, pull up to the payphone, you know what I'm saying? Like, you do that. But it's different now because the fact that nowadays you got the whole social media.
True, and that's true.
Convenience of technology entirely as well.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like that plays a major role, or if not the role, in a lot of relationships.
Yeah.
You know? So that's how much it changed.
Yeah, it changed a lot. They ain't like a lot. I mean,
at this point, I know certain ladies that look at your profile picture, like if, say, your homegirl try to match somebody up with somebody else, one of our friends or whatever, and they look at the profile pic, it'll just be a profile pic, and you ain't looking right in a profile pic. It's a whole dog.
Exactly.
It's a whole dog.
It's sad that they would go for somebody in your profile, like
that's why niggas catfish.
Sure, yeah. Like,
that's right. Don't even get touch with that.
Catfish.
Sure. Yeah. And you know, people don't look at
catfish is wrong.
Yeah, it is. But people don't look at personality no more. They look at the profile thing, and that's it.
Now, I'm gonna stop you right there, Kim, because I'm not gonna say people as in all of us.
No, not people. But
some people, they look at personality.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta give people a break, because you know people are still trying to find somebody that's right for them. And after like a few fuck ups, and I say a few as in no less than 5, no more than 10, you know, you're like, all right, I'm finally gonna look at somebody's personality. You know what I'm saying? And by then, like, you already up there in age and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
So it's crazy. But there's a lot of changes. You know what I'm saying? So as you know, for the single people I see out there, I always try to send like an air prayer to you guys and be like, yo, listen, I hope hope you be able to find somebody in this generation, because I could imagine that it's hard as shit.
Yeah,
hard as
trust
shit,
me. Been single,
and then
now let me get this. I've been single for 5 years. You know, been dating on and off for years. It's not easy. I mean, these days could they be dating somebody and it could not go anywhere. You know.
They just want you for the food,
Exactly. They could want you for exactly. They could want you for something.
for a meal,
For it could be for a meal. It could be for a hookup.
for some sex.
Yeah. And trust me, I've done that a lot, and it's just it's hard. I mean, and it's hard. I mean,
They try to get that free date to STK, Roof Chris. Y'all know who y'all are. Stop playing.
but you know.
Or Red Lobsters.
But you know, even though dating is hard, I still don't give a full hope. You know, I don't give a hope on it, and I do believe that somebody out there who do believe in that old school type of love. And I mean, it happens. You know.
Shout out to the girls who go out for the dates for the STKs and the Roof Chris.
Oh gosh.
Sorry, you ain't getting that from me though.
And of course, being a promoter don't make it no better because they look at you and they think a promoter is a player. So
Yeah, that's the thing. I ain't gonna hold you. Like with my relationship, that was a trying factor. Like when we first started, me and my girl, we first started dating and everything. Like I told her like off top first day, I'm like, listen, promote parties. I take pictures occasionally. You know, this, that, and the third. You know, because you gotta let them know, like, if you're in a business that brings that perception
exactly, yeah.
of playerisms, you gotta let that shit be known like ASAP, because next thing you know, you trying to play the date and like, oh nah, I gotta hit up Mozzie or RP, or I gotta hit up Todd. Shout out to Todd. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you gotta, you know.
True.
And it's strange. Roddy, what you think about this?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of salty because you a DJ, so
Right.
So,
I mean, it's just been very rough because it's like the social media time just made it terribly tough because they're like, oh, send them basically IT and technology in general.
Yeah.
Like straight up, you want dating sites and people are like catfish, like you say. So
Woo. Yeah.
they're like, oh, they put up their whoever want to hit me up, throw something in my Cash App.
Like, bro, like you might as well be out in 42nd Street shaking your coins in your little coin cup. You know what I'm saying? like every time I see like
fake model pages.
Here's the thing, like when I was single and I was out here dotting around being a little Dottie McBobster, you know what I'm saying? When I was being a little Dottie McBobster, like it was a little different for me because I had like standards, you know? People would be like, oh, you was a hoe back then, you was a hoe. Like, yeah, but I had standards. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna, like, if somebody hit me up talking about, oh, here's my Cash App for whatever, I'm blocking you, bro.
Yeah, I ain't doing that. That's a bit much.
Because now I'm like, all right, you ask for money now. I gotta wire you, Brett. No, I'm good.
Somebody
bro.
can't be that desperate, yo. That's crazy.
There's a lot of them out there, bro.
It is.
And there's people that just use guys just for money. So
It's true.
you go on their page, they got OnlyFans, they got Cash App, they got
But here's the thing.
I'm a model. Book me.
But here's the thing, though. On the flip side, dudes get caught up in that shit too.
Yeah.
Of
course.
that money shit too.
Of course.
When we want to sit there and deal with a girl and everything be all hunky-dory for about maybe like 2-3 weeks or whatever, and then dudes sometimes, I be hearing this from a lot of homegirls. They next thing you know, you ask for a couple dollars here or there, things like that. Next thing you know, he moves his PlayStation in the house, and you already know once the dude gets his PlayStation or Nintendo Switch in the house, he's not leaving.
It's a wrap.
It's like bed bugs. You can't get them up out of there. You feel me?
Damn right.
So, we're guilty, like, not we as in the Premier Boys podcast cast, but as men, we're guilty of that shit too.
Yeah,
we're not off the hook either.
Of course not.
You know? It's just we as, like, in this generation, we gotta look past the dollar and shit, you know?
Yeah.
Not to say that that's not an important issue, but that's not the only issue. You feel me?
Yeah.
But there's people that just don't want to do nothing, and they just want to scare people too.
Then fuck them. Don't deal with them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you might not realize it until you're out like 500, you know? But
get to the bag. That's everybody's favorite saying.
Everybody's trying to get to the bag, bro. And if they trying to get some sex along the way, then hey, that's what's up. That sentence right there literally sums up dating now.
Yeah, that's basically it. That's exactly what I was saying.
Niggas just trying to get to a bag or a meal, and if you got a people to do it, then that's what you do.
And the plus if you give some good sex.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah.
Alright, so what other obstacles as men have for dating in 2019?
Woo!
Like what do we have to do? Like what do we have to do? Well,
okay.
let me start off.
Interesting.
I feel like, keep her interest. Take the first initiative. Like if you see something you like, go for it.
You gotta be consistent.
Consistent. Thank you. Consistent.
That's the most important. I speak to a lot of females, right? And from what I hear, niggas ain't really consistent in 2020, 2019. You feel me?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you can't, like, you texting somebody as men, you can't sit there and just text them a little bit and be like, oh, I'm gonna go to sleep, but then still be on Facebook commenting on other bitches shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Like, we as dudes, we gotta be on the forefront to actually wanting to deal with somebody. You're supposed to, you trying to get, like, I figure like you dating, the end game is you trying to get the ring and shit. Y'all trying to have a family.
Yeah.
You can't start getting a family if you yourself is not being in the forefront and taking that lead. Women are looking for us to lead now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's some cases where women will want to be on the side of the quarterback too, talking about hike. But at the end of the day, two quarterbacks can't be waiting in the hike position, waiting for the ball. You feel me?
Yeah.
So we got to be in the forefront to be like, all right, bang. We doing this. We going on this date. We going on that. We going to do this, and that's where we at. Chances are, either ladies are gonna be like, oh, this is all right. We're gonna do this. I'm good with it.
Yeah.
Or B, that sounds dope, but let's try this.
Yeah. Compromise, work together on that, But and also surprise her every here and there. Surprise her.
Surprise, of course.
Surprise her with a good morning text, some flowers,
Definitely switch it up every now and then. That's
Exactly.
basically
Bro,
it.
surprise her with some reservations, bro.
Yeah, that too.
Talk about like, yo, we got dinner at Harlem Tavern at 8. Wear your best dress. Don't be late. I hate late shit.
Yeah, you're not the only one. You ain't the only one.
Period.
Fella, I was saying, your fella take notes.
Take notes for Roddy. Take your girl.
Word.
Mr. Still Your Girl.
Still your girl.
But yeah, like, it's just a struggle because also, like, people be getting caught up out here, you be cuffed and then you just be seeing, like, dots and you just be seeing girls just be feeling you and all up on you. And then you got to watch out for
Temptation,
yeah.
and the T-girl.
Listen. You already know. Ken know my stories. You know what I'm saying? Some I can't even talk about here because, I don't want to incriminate my relationship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, I've been in situations where, temptation is hot, man.
Yeah.
And then another thing, you got to find out if the girl was born a girl.
Oh, that's the hard thing.
That's another thing.
Oh.
So we don't know.
I asked for a birth certificate, bro.
Birth certificate.
Shit, you know what I'm saying?
If they can find it.
That's fucked.
Because you don't know. Like, I'm just being real.
Nah, it's a fact.
No, I know. That's a fact. That is a
like,
fact.
Especially you go to Atlanta.
True.
Oh.
Yeah, that carries a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a lot of them up here as well, is what I'm saying.
Low key up here. Like,
I'm pretty sure they be in the club all the time and everything. So.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful, you know what I'm saying? Especially like now if you
then next thing you know, like, you really get like
attach to her.
Check this shit out though. Now if you into that shit, that's a whole nother thing.
Don't be like a Malik Yoga.
Oh yeah.
No shade.
Yo, he gonna come up with
What about Mr. C?
Oh, come on.
Now don't do. I mean, yeah, that happened. Don't do one of my favorite DJs like that. Don't do that, bro.
Come on, my favorite DJ. Come on, man.
Right? You will get exited out of this matter.
Shout out to Mr. C though.
Yeah.
He always shout out my BG.
Exactly.
Come on, man.
All right. I'm just gonna But yeah, but I mean, there's sometimes you can tell if she's a real ugly chick, but no.
I mean,
she's a T-girl.
It's dicey, but the main thing about it is you really got to
distinguish between T-girl and regular,
Yeah. I mean, if you want to know if she's a tranny, look at her adapter.
You gotta be careful, bro. They take those out too now.
Oh, they do?
All day.
Yeah.
All day.
They take those out.
Oh crap!
Yeah, they take those out too. Or they get it lowered. You know what I'm saying?
Lowered?
Yeah.
I know they could do all that.
I ain't know
Yes,
that
and
either.
plastic surgery is a motherfucker in 2020. Y'all gotta get
Boy.
That too.
That's why I'm glad I'm taking now, because I don't gotta deal with this shit.
Ain't you lucky, son?
Make a Medusa girl look like a Barbie.
But speaking of why things are hard, why females do settle for ain't shit dudes. Like, that always been an issue since I was growing up as young. Always been my issue. Everybody know this.
Right.
You want to take this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can start on Roddy.
I don't know. Most of them, they feel like they want to be the one to change his ways, or they
Exactly,
just
yeah,
love.
yeah.
They just love that type of dude. I talked to a lot of girls. They said they just into the thug. They just love that type of dude, and they just can't change because that's what they're used to. There's a lot of people they don't like change.
Yeah, I feel like they want to do the change. They feel like because I feel
They
like
want to do the change.
Yeah, they want to do. They want to do the change. Yeah, and I feel like they don't want a nice guy or a guy who progressing on doing something better because they feel like he already said. They already feel like he's perfect already. And that one line I hate when a girl say, "You too perfect." I hate that line. I hate that line.
I hate being told if I'm too perfect if you don't barely know me.
That's exactly. I feel like that's an excuse.
If we've been rocking for a minute and you tell me that, then I'm like, I might be because I have my ways about myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But not if we dating, we on like 2-3 dates or whatever. Next thing you know, oh, you too perfect. I feel like that's an excuse because no person trying to take you out to motherfucking, Roof Chris real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's really what it is. So, I don't know. I mean, in terms of we selling it for ain't shit dudes, sometimes, like, in your 20s, right? I always feel like in your 20s is the time where you get the hire and fire dudes.
Yeah,
and men, we do that shit too. It's a time where we get the hire and fire ladies.
Yeah.
Some people do it in their 30s. But after a while,
It get old.
it get old, and then you kind of just settle for that stuff because you've already been running around the block trying to, do that shit. So it's like, all right, bet, if I want to settle, let me settle with something that I know, even though it's bad for me, at least I know it, rather than try to find something that's different that we don't know what the outcome, and at least you're not wasting your time with the unknown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody nobody really fucks with the unknown like that because they're really much afraid of it. And that goes for dating too.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a little different. That's why I feel like ladies and dudes put up with ain't shit people.
Yeah.
True.
Cause as a guy, we do go for ain't shit females as well. Cause most of the time, cause they feel like they baddies, and really deep inside, but they're not always about looks. It's about the person. Looks can make you ugly.
Can I tell a story? You got time?
Yeah, I got time.
All right, so real quick, right? I used to work at this place, and there's a lot of like book stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? There was this one lady, and she was fucking beautiful, yo. Everybody in the mailroom used to talk about her, how bad she looked. You know what I'm saying? How she, carry herself or whatever. And me being just hired there, I'm trying to see who they talk about. I see her, I'm like, well, damn, she really is a fucking baddie, bro. Like, I gotta see what's going on with that. You know what I'm saying? As weeks went on, I used to deliver to her floor, and as weeks go on, I'm seeing her interact with people, and she has this attitude that was straight New Jersey trash, bro. Straight New Jersey trash. And then even like when I interacted with her, there was times where she was like semi-pleasant at best, and other times where it was like 100% pure garbage. And over time, that made me be like, and along with a few other people, that made me be like, nah, I really don't want to, like rock with you like that because your attitude is trash. You feel me?
Yeah.
That could be a turn off.
Yeah. Bad attitude is a big turn off. When your attitude is terrible, I don't even want to deal with you.
Yeah. Like, and I don't know who hurt you or whatever, and it's not just to her, but like to like a lot of like to people who have those type who know they like well put together, but they their attitudes is crazy. Like, who hurt you?
Well, let me see.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me had a rough life.
Let me
But yeah, don't project that shit on me.
Let me say to this girl. Not every girl try to hurt you, girl.
Alright, like chill the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like chillax. One time.
People gotta struggle for survival type life, man.
Yeah.
I get that, but shit. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Like, don't take your egg out of everybody or every guy that you feel hurt you. Because now your guy's not in it to hurt you.
That
That
too.
too.
Drink some wine, smoke some weed or something, yo.
List of guys that hurt them, like long laundry list, boy.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, our name might not be in none of that, but a lot of times, like, a lot of people pay the price for other people's misery.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's not always good.
Yeah, that is definitely true. All right, so one of my favorite questions off this list: who cheat more, males or females? I'm gonna start this one.
Go ahead.
All right, so I know a lot of females always said male cheat more. I mean, yeah, we get temptation easily because of, I guess, looks. But I think female cheat more because I feel like they would, and like, once the feeling's not there, they would cheat on you emotionally. You know? Like, they were like, you could be in a relationship, but they could already have feeling with somebody else a long time ago. You know? And why would you knowing, you know?
No, I've been through that. I ain't gonna hold you. I've seen situations where I've been in a situation where, you know, I've been dating somebody for a little bit or whatever, and shit is going well.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, shit goes left.
Out of nowhere, like Randy Orton.
Yeah, like some RKOs out here. You feel me?
Exactly.
Like out of nowhere, the vibe is going, and next thing you know, they fucking with somebody that they used to fuck with, but now they got renewed. Everything's back new, and now, you know.
But here it is. It's like people saying, like, girls got dudes lined up on the bench. They got guys in their DM.
That's true.
So it's like a lineup. And then maybe sometimes they just meet the guy anywhere, and he just next.
Yeah. You know what? I got a little story to tell.
Okay.
All right, so I guess 2 years ago, you know, I met a girl. You know, she's a cool girl. She wanted to do business with the team. So she did business with the team. We were cool. As time went on, we started vibing in a certain way, feeling each other, you know, just connecting good. You know, having strong feelings for each other. Then one night, out of nowhere, you know, she had another guy. Basically tried to lead me on, but had whole other feeling for another guy. Like out of nowhere.
Damn.
Right.
Damn.
At the same time, through leading me on, you know.
And a lot of girls love to friend zone.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. That's their shit. As far as the question is who cheats more, males or females, I would say this. Men cheat the most, but females cheat the best.
Yeah, exactly.
All right?
Yeah, that's the best saying.
As a former thot, right? I like you. It's funny you mentioned the whole. I think Roddy, you mentioned the whole females having like guys up next.
Yeah.
I used to have females like up next. You know what I'm saying?
He did.
Like, alright, you riding with me or not? Alright, bet. You riding with me or not? Alright, cool, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really what it was. You know what I'm saying? So, for like dudes, I'm not speaking for me now. I'm speaking for like dudes. I feel like men who cheat is like a sport to us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
You know, we'll sit there, we'll make up some shit, and then be like, all right, we gonna go to the bar with Roddy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And the next thing you know, we up between somebody's legs. You know what I'm saying? We gonna smash somebody else. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's no feelings after that. You drop like $200 on the table, bong, we out. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, basically.
And that's it. For females, it's different. You know what I'm saying?
A lot different.
Because with us, we get feelings attached to the shit, you know?
Yeah.
Not
all the time.
Not in cheating, but into the female.
And
Of course,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So with ladies, I always feel like ladies cheat with their emotions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Like if you haven't been paying attention to your shorty or whatever like that, you haven't been really showing her love.
You've
and
been
you
drifting
got,
and
and then you got the work husband there, letting them know like, yo, fuck that nigga, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. Or you got like the bestie friend that you think that's gay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like who was the quote unquote gay friend who's not really the gay friend.
Yeah.
But you know, like that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I was the gay friend at one time. Yeah, like I was like that. I was a gay friend, the side nigga. Now I'm the loyal nigga. You know what I'm saying? But it was crazy. So what it is basically there's more emotion into it, and on top of that, ladies hide things better than we do.
They definitely
you know what I'm
do.
saying?
Entirely true.
Definitely true.
Like you watch the Maury show. You know what I'm saying? You used to talk about, oh, I had sex with XYZ and the baby might not be yours. That's the female lie.
Yeah.
The male lie is like, yo, I was at Taj with Ken. Like, simple as shit. Female lie is like, yo, that's your baby.
Yeah.
And it might not be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I say, and they always hide shit better than we do.
Yeah, they do.
We're the type of, not we as the
We get caught easier.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're the type
we get
of
caught
dudes
easier.
are like the type that leave the porn tape in the VCR and shit, or in the DVD player.
Or the girl texting.
Girl play shit out. We don't play.
Or writing under a
Yeah,
post.
we leave our phone in the bathroom and shit. Next thing you know, you try to go to the bathroom, the girl in the bathroom locked the door, your phone's in the door, and you're like, fuck. You know what I'm saying?
And she remember your password, she gonna go win it.
Yeah. That's why I tell you, like, I'm not, and here's the thing, I'm not an advocate for God in this stage of life. So you gotta listen to your Uncle Del on this one.
Yeah.
You need to make sure you change those passwords, guys. All right? Make sure you change those passwords regularly. You know what I'm saying? Because if not, 1 minute you could be sleeping, having the best dreams of your life. Next thing you know,
She could be on top of you with a knife.
That too.
Or waking you up talking about who's Candace. You know what I'm saying? And you groggy and shit, so you don't know what the fuck going on until she showed the screen and you texting on the gram in your face. You're like, oh shit. Now you gotta explain that for 3 days. You know what I'm saying?
Or you're the first like.
Exactly.
That should be getting me, yo. The like and then your name show up. Oh, that should get me in trouble all day.
Roddy,
and then I feel like
what you gonna say? You gonna say about?
I feel like just like Rondo, you know, females cheat the best, but males cheat more. It's just that we're more messy, and for some reason we get caught so easier because we always cheat with the hoe or the girl that be mad ghetto, so she gonna make it obvious.
You know, sometimes they know a friend.
That too.
6 degrees of
And then
separation, bro.
Yeah.
It's the screenshot game we in now.
Yeah.
That we get people.
I always felt like it was easier to cheat back in the day. Because you didn't have all of these aids to help you be like, I bet, you know, this, you got the screenshots, you got the DMs, things like that. You could clone phones, things like that, you know?
Yeah.
So it's way difficult to cheat now than it was back then. Because back then, you could just tell your girl, like, yo, I'm going to the store and be gone for like 3 days.
That's true, yeah.
For 3 days.
That's true.
Come back with a fucking toaster or something, you feel me? Like, how?
Alright, so speaking of stats, what is your stat stories? Who want to start this?
Guys?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Alright, fuck it, I'll go ahead. I'll feel it.
Alright, Aaron Sen gonna start it off. Stat stories.
I had to think long and hard. I had to think long and hard for this one.
Well, you're not the only one, son.
Yeah.
So, for the purpose of the story, I'm not naming names.
No, we all not. We all
to
not.
protect all identities involved, no names will be involved here.
Yeah.
So, I would say early 2010s, almost early to mid 2010s, guys will tell you major thought back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Fucked up part about it is I was in whole relationships, right? I would go out, you know, I'll go out on Saturdays, Fridays sometimes at Catra, shout out to folks at Catra, and, you know, fuck around, you know, dance with people, whatever. But there was this one situation that kind of drove me back. So, there was a Saturday that I was out back in like maybe 2014, 2015. And I went on a date with somebody, right? And we were vibing or whatever. I was really feeling her. She was feeling the dude. You already know what I'm saying? Like, she was already feeling on the dude or whatever. You know, took it to this like upscale pizza spot off in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? So we sit there dating, vibing or whatever, getting an Uber, shit getting kind of lit. But I had to go do the promoting situation over at Taj. So I couldn't take things further where it could go. You know what I'm saying? Then the next day, I had another date lined up. You know what I'm saying? With somebody else out in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? And we were sitting there vibing, chilling, things like that. Nothing too crazy, but it was pretty good vibes. Now, things didn't go as good as the other one, but it was still alright. You know what I'm saying? So it was still pretty good. You know, couldn't really go, you know, no distance like that because I still, like, I'm always like a job first guy, so I always try to keep things situated, you know, with job first. So I ended up doing another special event the next day, or that same night anyway. And all of this was going on while I was dealing with somebody. And part of me feel like, looking back at it now, me being in a whole relationship trying to turn my life around, I kind of feel bad about that. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of crazy. But back then, man, listen, niggas couldn't tell me shit, yo. Oh, God.
Yeah, you were bugging back then, son.
I was wilding, you know? So, but looking back at it now, it wasn't always the best thing, you know? So I would say that. Wow. That's what that sort.
So, I do have thought story, even though I'm single. I do have thought story, so I mean, I guess count. But So last year, around the time last year, you know, before Halloween, I was at Catcher. You know, normal night at Catcher. You know, get my Blue Island, get my hookah. Shout out to Christina.
Yeah.
You know, chilling. If y'all know Catcher, y'all know for a fact that you always have stuck-up girls and thirsty ass dudes.
That's a fact.
Oh boy.
I don't do that.
Shout out to Remix Friday at Catcher. Safe me at the door.
Shout out to Frankie Banks. You already know.
Banks, Chris AC. I'll be here tomorrow. So I'm just chilling. Next thing I see a girl. Next to me. I'm like, okay. I didn't know she came to start dancing. I'm like, we start dancing. Normal shit. We start dancing. Okay, whatever. Me and her, I kissed her out of nowhere. I'm like, okay. Next thing you know, she was like, go outside. I was like, alright, okay. I'm like, okay. You know, she was outside. She want to smoke for a bit. Start kissing again. Okay. Okay. This part that about to happen never happened when I do it promoting at all. Next thing you know, she put me in the phone booth. You know, she tried to put you in the phone booth on some Superman shit.
Oh man,
yeah.
Superman, no.
Yeah.
Nah, get Superman the hole in the phone booth,
Yeah,
bro.
let's just say that. I'm not gonna lie, this night I was crazy twisted, to the point that later that night I lost my phone.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, it would be the first time.
Wouldn't even be the last.
Yeah, this I lost it. I didn't get started. I lost it.
Oh,
Because we after Halloween, and I remember I had my trap phone. And around the summertime, we had the flash outfit. But yeah, that's my thot story. And to this guy, it's funny because the girl, she know a mutual friend of ours.
Oh,
But I'll tell you who it is when we go see her. But
Oh yeah.
that's a post Premier Boys podcast discussion.
Oh yeah. But yeah, so one day I was around my way. I met this shorty. Think I was coming out of Wendy's. No. And then, you know, she was standing, she was saying, how you doing? You know, she started the conversation. I said, I'm good. I said, where you heading? I said, I'm heading back to my house. It was like a warm summer day. This happened when I was in college, so
It should sound so pleasant.
hey, we didn't get to the
Okay.
crazy stuff yet. So yeah, so I'm walking back and she said, let me follow you back. I gotta go the same way. I said, okay, no problem. So then, walking back, you know, I come to my stoop and I realized it was middle of the day, nobody was home. So she said, anybody here? I said, no, nobody here, you know. I said, I want to go upstairs. I'm feeling freaky. So I said, all right.
Hey, so next she in a different mood.
Yeah. So we went up there, we did our thing. Next thing you know, months later, she hit me back for round 2.
okay.
Hey.
Round 2.
Here's the crazy part of this thot story.
Okay.
She was pregnant and showing.
Oh,
So I done
Wow.
I was gonna ask, was it yours? Second, I was like, what the bro? Really pregnant?
Wow,
Pregnant
it wasn't
bro?
mine though. She had a dude at the time.
Oh wow.
So then I was driving my mom's car at the time. So I rolled up in my mom's maroon car, picked her up, and drove her back to my crib and did a round 2.
Round 2.
And
Did the baby get in the way?
nah, the baby didn't get in the way. The baby didn't get in the way. She was riding and whatever, and then, you know, I got on top, so it's whatever. So then, you know, it was crazy. It was
Poor
really
baby, bro.
It was really crazy that I was like, I had sex with a girl who was actually pregnant and shown at the time, and then my neighbor saw,
Oh,
which
shit.
was crazy. Cause I think my neighbor, she was actually friends with my older sister, so it was like, wow, I hope she don't tell. And then my neighbor across the street, he saw me going in the house with her.
Oh, yeah.
I know his eyebrows.
You can't beat the street at
I
all.
couldn't even beat the street at that time.
God
But it was
damn.
the middle of the day. It was like 1 o'clock in the day, so I thought it was all cool because nobody was ready there. You know, it's college years.
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically my thot story.
Yo, we got time for one more?
Yeah, we got time for one more question because
No, one more thot story.
Okay, yeah, you got another one. You got. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think. I don't think.
It's more like a thot horror story.
I hear
It's
this.
a thot horror story, bro.
I hear this.
So check this shit out. This was right around 2013, right? I had a party. It was pretty dope. Everybody was out there and shit, right? And what had happened was, you know, at the time I was dealing with somebody or whatever around like 2013 and shit, you know what I'm saying? So around that point, I was dealing with somebody and they were like, you know, trying to sit there and get in the venue. But they didn't have the proper shoe situation. But luckily she had shoes in the back of the, you know, back at her car. So I was like, all right, bet, go get the shoes. We're going to come in, you know, we're going to be late. At this point, in my defense, I was already drunk. So I walk in the club or whatever, everybody seeing me, everybody saying what up or whatever. I get a couple more drinks, get a hookah real quick, walking around the club with a hookah and everything. Next thing you know, I get to my section, you know what I'm saying? Had a female come up on me or whatever. She was already sister. So we over here going and we going, you know, dancing. She feeling on my body or whatever. She feeling on the shaft or whatever like that. About to play the flute, feel me? And I didn't realize it until my good man Ken here, you know, was like, yo, he was trying to get my attention, you know? And I wasn't really focused on that at the time. I was focused on what my hands was on, you feel me? So next thing you know, I hear a shout out like, oh, shout out to YPG, shout out YPG. They in the building tonight. You know, this was Octagon Rebel Days 2013.
Yeah. Octagon.
Octagon? All right.
Wow.
So Octagon days that was going on. So I'm like, all right, you know, yo, we lit. You know, we turning the fuck up. You know, at Octagon, we was sitting there, you know, we were doing like really big things. We were doing like bottles like every other week and shit. So when I heard that, I was like, yo, we lit. And then bottles came in. I was like, yo, the bottles is lit. And my shorty at the time, she came in and she was lit. And I was like, hey. And everything was smooth from there, you know? And that's what it was, you know? And the crowd looked crazy. They were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So how the hell you pull that shit? And I was like, listen, I don't know. But I do want to give a shout out to Ken, because if it wasn't for Ken, the relationship would have had lasted one more year. You know? Wow. So that was another thought story. Worked out, you know, and that's what it was. So that's thought stories.
Yep, there go the thought stories, y'all. I know, crazy, right, y'all?
Shit is wild, bro.
Alright. So we have more questions, but we're gonna save it for next episode. We got one more question, so do a segment for next episode.
Okay.
So, alright, so with this question, you're gonna find out what the next episode gonna be about. So,
okay.
So what do we as people bring into a relationship?
Oh, so you're going from having fun, being little dot boppers, until actually having like decent ass relationships. Ken, that's what you're talking about?
Yeah, man.
Well, we'll get to that next week.
Yeah.
See y'all next week.
So, you know, thank y'all for tuning into this new episode. Drop your plug. Let's drop our plug, y'all.
Alright, you already know what it is. It's Aaron Sands Premiere on Instagram. If you're looking for quality photography going on in New York City, you check out Shot by Sands. If you're in the Hudson Valley area, October 20th, I'm going to be at Club Mystic taking pictures. So if you're ever in the Hudson Valley area, shout out to my Poughkeepsie followers, Newburgh, Beacon, Hyde Park. You already know what it is.
Roddy, you can check me out on Instagram at Roddy F, or my DJ page at Roddy DJ Retro. You know, need a DJ for a gig or whatnot, you know. That's what it is.
Alright, you already know. Ken _ Mr. Gentleman, KEN _ Mr. mrgentleman, GENTLEMAN, or you know, check out Mr. Gentleman like that podcast. Anchor.fm/Ken _ Mr. Gentleman. Season 2 is coming October 18th. Mr. Aaron said be my guest host on the first episode of Mr. Gentleman like that podcast.
You already know we're gonna get it spicy. Go interview Ken on everything season 1 and what's looking forward to season 2. Also, if you're in the New York City area and if you're looking for a place to party, or if you want to celebrate a birthday, we got 2 amazing spots just for you. You already know we got Katra
every Friday, 270 Body Street, same premiere at the door.
And then we got Taj,
48 West 21st Street, 56, same premiere at the door.
Remember, Katra on Fridays, Taj on Saturdays.
Also, we got some special event coming up. this Sunday we got a brunch event at Catcher. So click on the link from RSVP for Premier guest list.
Yeah.
Also, check out the Halloween party at Taj as well. We got the link for that as well. $10 a ticket right now. Prices will go up potentially. So if you're trying to go, get your tickets now.
Also,
right now.
We got another Halloween event at Catcher on actual Halloween. Click on the link.
And our choices for Halloween, y'all.
And also, we got the new event. The other new event, we're going to announce that on our YPG page. Also, follow YPG ENT.
We're ready.
Follow the Premier Boy podcast
page
as well.
And look out for episode 3. We talk about relationships and how we could go from being regular old dirty thoughts to being in loving relationships.
Yes. Thank y'all for tuning in, everybody, and have a good night.
Peace.
Later.
Chill.